The recent London derby at Stamford Bridge painted a dramatic scene, with every eye locked on a clash between two teams sitting at the top of the table. Arsenal, hailed by many as the best team in Europe, thanks to their ruthless form, marched into Chelsea's fortress aiming to take all 3 points. But after 90 tense minutes, Mikel Arteta's side walked away with frustration, stopped in their tracks by a Chelsea team full of grit and character. Heading into this headline match of Match Week 13, Arsenal were overwhelming favorites. Their rock-solid defense and unpredictable attacking patterns had earned them sky-high praise, and their convincing wins over both Tottenham and Bayern Munich the week before only strengthened the belief that this would be another straightforward victory at the Bridge. But Chelsea under Enzo Maresca had a different message to send. They don't fear anyone. Respect is one thing. Fear simply doesn't exist in the Blues' vocabulary. From the first whistle, the game exploded with intensity. Arsenal's brightest star, Bukayo Saka, was met with an early warning challenge from Marc Cucurella. Up front, Willian Estevano and Enzo Fernandez kept firing danger signals at the Gunners' defense. Timely interventions from Calafiori and Jurrien Timber bailed Arsenal out more than once, but the chaos Chelsea created eventually put them in a tough spot. A reckless challenge from Moises Caicedo on Mikel Merino earned the Ecuadorian a straight red card, ending his night early and robbing fans of the much-anticipated midfield duel with Declan Rice. But it was in those difficult moments that Chelsea's true character really showed. Playing with 10 men for the entire second half, Enzo Maresca's side somehow struck first. Even after Merino equalized, the remaining 10 players kept fighting with everything they had, hanging on to a precious point at Stamford Bridge. And they earned it, every bit of it, with the steel and spirit they put on display. The reaction from Arsenal fans on social media said it all. Most had no choice but to accept the draw, pointing to injuries, playing away from home, the red card, tired legs, anything to explain it. But the truth is simple. Arsenal had a man advantage, and Chelsea lost their most important midfielder. Arsenal wanted the win, but Chelsea were simply too tough to break. It's true that the unexpected absence of William Saliba gave Chelsea an edge, but even more importantly, the Blues created enough pressure to push several Arsenal players far below their usual level. Even when they were down to 10 men for an entire half, you could still feel Chelsea's full presence on the pitch. Their defending was active, compact, and constantly ready to launch sharp counters. And if Neto or Delap had been a bit luckier with their finishing, Arsenal could easily have walked away with a painful defeat. The standout performer of this London derby was Captain Reece James. He proved just how irreplaceable he is, especially after Caicedo was sent off. James won 11 of his 12 duels, drew 4 fouls, created 2 big chances, and delivered the assist for Chelsea's only goal. He was the embodiment of Chelsea last night, brave, confident, and cunning. Those qualities helped them secure a point despite being a man down, and kept the Premier League title race as tense as ever. This draw only reinforces a truth that has echoed throughout history. Chelsea are always a nightmare opponent in big games. No matter what form they're in, the Blues walk into every heavyweight clash with zero fear. It's become a core part of their identity, a trademark of the club from West London. What makes it even more impressive is that this Chelsea side is led by Enzo Maresca, a coach with a relatively modest resume. Unlike iconic predecessors like Mourinho, Ancelotti, or Tuchel, Maresca arrived at Stamford Bridge with his biggest achievement being promotion with Leicester. Yet, he's managed to help this young squad inherit and fully unleash that classic Chelsea hard-to-handle DNA. Under Maresca, Chelsea don't back down from any powerhouse. They go toe-to-toe with everyone. Their 3-0 win over Champions League holders Paris Saint-Germain in the FIFA Club World Cup final was a loud and clear statement. And in this season's Champions League group stage, even though they lost to Bayern Munich, Chelsea dominated Barcelona at the Bridge, outplaying the Catalans in midfield from start to finish. In the Premier League, that same big game mentality has been on full display. Going down to 10 men against top teams is nothing new for this group. At Old Trafford, goalkeeper Robert Sanchez was sent off even earlier than Caicedo was against Arsenal. Yet Chelsea stayed calm, defended smartly, countered with purpose, and even forced Manchester United's Casemiro into a red card of his own. Two more Big Six sides, Liverpool and Tottenham, have already felt Chelsea's bite this season. The Cop were punished deep into stoppage time by an Estevão winner, and Spurs were completely overpowered right on their own turf. Whether they're a man down, playing home or away, Chelsea step forward without hesitation. That fearless, straight-up mentality has earned them respect and made them worthy of the nickname fans proudly call them, the Pride of London. As admirable as Chelsea's resilience against Arsenal was, the result itself still leaves them wanting more. The draw means the gap to the top wasn't reduced. In fact, after match week 13, Manchester City leapfrogged them, pushing the Blues down to 7th place. That naturally raises questions among fans about their title prospects. Playing well, showing character, being a thorn in everyone's side, it's exciting, it's entertaining, but it doesn't win you trophies on its own. Chelsea are still missing something, a piece that separates true contenders like Man City or Arsenal from teams that simply cause problems for others. Right now, they feel more like title disruptors than genuine title challengers. Even Enzo Maresca is keeping his feet firmly on the ground. He called any talk of winning the league in late November unrealistic. For him, the first thing this Chelsea team needs to fix is their mentality, or more precisely, their discipline. Since the start of the season, Chelsea have picked up more red cards than any Premier League club, 7 in total across all competitions, counting both players and staff. Passion is great, but Caicedo's unfortunate dismissal showed how costly a lack of control can be. And if he hadn't been sent off so early, who's to say Chelsea couldn't have pushed for more than just a draw? The second issue is consistency, and compared to Arsenal, Chelsea clearly falls short here. Arsenal have lost only once this season, and that was to a top side in Liverpool. Chelsea, meanwhile, have dropped points against teams they should be beating, including home defeats to Brighton and even Sunderland at Stamford Bridge. If the Blues want to seriously challenge for the title, they need to understand that championships are often decided by grinding out maximum points against weaker opponents, not just by showing up in the big games. Lastly, even with a fairly deep squad, Chelsea still lack a few key pieces needed to go all the way. Forwards like Liam Delap and João Pedro each have their strengths, but neither carries the firepower or consistency of a true elite striker, someone in the mold of an Erling Haaland. The midfield is similar. Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, and Cole Palmer are all top-class players. But if injuries or suspensions hit, finding replacements of equal quality becomes a real challenge. That said, the season is long, and anything can happen. The winter transfer window is still ahead, and Chelsea have time to strengthen. Their title hopes are far from over. And if the Blues can maintain this fighting spirit and that signature hard-to-handle identity, it's not impossible that Enzo Maresca, not Arteta or Guardiola, will be the one smiling in May.